You know that feeling when you finally get a weekend off, steaks marinating, playlist queued, sun out, and then BM, you hear that knock. That Karen knock. I open the door, spatula in hand, wearing my favorite apron, grill sergeant. There she was. Sunglasses too big for her face, clipboard too tight in her grip. The HOA received word you're planning an unauthorized gathering. I blinked. A barbecue? A disturbance. Let me be clear, I'm not anti-rules. I'm on my lawn. I separate recycling. I even return my shopping carts. But Karen? Karen is the kind of person who reports kids for sidewalk chalk. The kind who hands out HOA warnings like Halloween candy. What she didn't know was, she just made my guest list. And the main course? Revenge. Served molten. I wasn't just going to host the barbecue. I was going to make it legendary. And I was going to film everything. Stick around, because when the HOA tried to shut down my backyard burger bash, I turned up the heat. Literally. I moved into Maple Ridge Estates about 2 years ago. Peaceful neighborhood. Great trees. Mostly chill neighbors. Except for Lot 16, Karen. Karen is the self-appointed queen of compliance. Her lawn? Perfect. Her house? Beige. Her personality? Expired milk with a side of printer paper. The HOA gives her way too much power. And Karen uses it like it's a religion. So when I sent out a casual text invite to a few friends for a Saturday barbecue, nothing huge, just dogs, burgers, and some good tunes. Guess who found out? Not even 2 hours later, I get an official notice from the HOA. Unapproved public event. Cease and desist or face fines. I laughed. Thought it was a joke. But then the next day, yellow warning sticker slapped across my trash bin. Violation. Been visible from the street. It wasn't. I checked my Ring camera. Karen literally pulled it into view herself. That's when I realized this wasn't just Karen being Karen. This was war. Then I get another text. Hey, Karen said she's calling the fire marshal. Next, I hadn't even lit the grill yet. But fine. If she wanted smoke, she was going to get it. The next few days felt like I was living in a sitcom written by a vindictive robot. Tuesday, HOA sends another letter. Now, claiming my garden gnome is a safety hazard. Wednesday, Karen reports my Spotify playlist for noise pollution. Thursday, I come home to find my grill moved to the curb. Tagged, unapproved appliance. She had HOA admin powers enabled in real life. I caught her peeking over my fence with binoculars. Twice. Set up a second Ring cam. She tried to throw a towel over it. I started receiving fake noise complaints from an anonymous neighbor. But I knew the handwriting on the forms. Karen writes her A's like she's swatting a fly. One night, she slid a flyer under my door. HOA emergency meeting. Prevent neighborhood decay. Topic, irresponsible social gathering. My name was on it. In bold. Then it got weird. My Wi-Fi went out twice. ISP said someone had been messing with the cable line. Caught a silhouette near the box at 2 a.m. Guess whose visor caught the streetlight? I wasn't just annoyed anymore, I was energized. And then came my tiny spark of genius. If she wants to play with fire, I'll give her the hottest event this neighborhood's ever seen. I ordered a dozen Pepper X peppers. Next day, delivery. Signed, Karen. Game. On. Here was the play. I posted a formal flyer to every house in the neighborhood. Community chili cook-off. HOA approved. Lot 17. Copied Karen's formatting exactly. Same fonts. Same legal lingo. Even added the HOA logo watermark. I knew she'd assume it was real. Sent her a personal invite. Anonymous, of course. I made 2 batches of chili. One, a sweet, smoky brisket blend. The other, nuclear-grade Pepper X lava with a hint of betrayal. Both in identical crockpots. Labels? Subtle. Very subtle. On the day of the barbecue, I set up canopies, chairs, a playlist of the most HOA-safe music ever made. John Denver. James Taylor. Wind chimes. Neighbors came, even some I'd never met. And yes, Karen arrived. Clipboard in hand. Smirk locked and loaded. She asked, "Where's the organizer?" I raised my hand, smile. That would be me. And before you report me, I did get the event approved. I handed her a forged HOA email I'd mocked up in Photoshop. Signed by the Community Experience Coordinator. There is no such role. But she didn't question it. She had the crock pots. What's this one? My signature chili. Family recipe. She scooped a ladle into her styrofoam bowl. So did the other HOA board members. Then came the first spoonful. It was slow motion. The kind of reaction you only see in nature documentaries or courtroom dramas. First bite, confusion. Second bite, regret. Third, full meltdown. Karen's eyes went wide. A beat of silence, then a gasp. One board member dropped their bowl. Another sprinted to the cooler, mouth open like a goldfish. She coughed, staggered back, turned to me. Wow, what is I in this? It's my Pepper X Inferno. Thought I'd spice things up. She accused me of malicious intent. But the sign clearly read, warning, extremely spicy. Try at your own risk. She hadn't read it. Neighbors were cracking up. Some even filmed it. By sunset, Karen was gone. The HOA board? Red-faced, teary-eyed, and, surprisingly, complimentary. Honestly, best barbecue we've had in years, one muttered. The video? Posted that night. Title, When Karen Tried to Stop My Barbecue. So, I made her cry with chili. It went viral. It's been 3 weeks since Chilligate. Karen hasn't filed a single complaint. The HOA issued a formal apology for the unwarranted enforcement pressure. And now, the community is planning monthly cookouts. Guess who's no longer invited to the HOA board meetings? Here's what I learned. Sometimes the best way to deal with fire is to fight it with something even hotter. And sometimes the best revenge is a legally labeled chili pepper with 3 million Scovilles and a little side of poetic justice. So tell me, what would you have done? Would you serve Karen a bowl? Or go with ghost pepper ice cream for dessert? Comment below with justice served if you made it to the end. And remember, never start a fire you're not ready to taste. Subscribe for more spicy stories.